What is up, everybody? Crocodile King here. Welcome to my reaction to Death Battle Season 9, Episode 7. Hercules versus Sun Wukong. For the first time, they're actually using real mythological figures instead of just fictional characters. And I'm gonna admit, I'm actually kind of excited for this one. I kind of like Greek mythology. I also like some Chinese legends. And I'm honestly not quite sure who to pick as a winner based on just what I know already. So as usual, I just wait for the analysis and I'll give my final prediction. But if I had to place a vote right now, I would want Sun Wukong to win. I personally think he's a much cooler character. But again, we'll just let the episode do the talking first and then I'll put in a prediction. So let's get into it now. Okay, the episode's up, so we're all set. And honestly, I don't have any further commentary, so let's just get this going now. Hercules versus Sun Wukong in 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. Here we go, Hercules,
the god of strength.
Sun Wukong, the Monkey King.
Myth has many heroes, but few overcome their past to become legendary.
And maybe inspire some comics and anime to boot. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
armor and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Let's go. Kind of weird how they're using the Rock's portrait, but...
Myth, the legend, he's Hercules!
The Rock!
Stories of Hercules exist in many iterations, but we'll examine the earliest known accounts. The legend of Hercules.
No Disney Zero to Hero, just the classic Greek myth. And like most ancient Greek stories, it began with Zeus being a total creep.
The god of thunder did his thing with a princess by disguising himself as her husband.
Oh, what the hell, man.
And thus a demigod was born, who was named Alcaeus.
But Hera was pretty pissed Zeus had cheated on her yet again, so Alcaeus' human parents renamed him in her honor.
November 10th, wow, not far from my birthday.
Glory to Hera. Too bad she had already made up her mind though, and that kid was
under the Olympic Games.
The child would need some
they're
way
51,
to
holy crap.
Wrath. So the goddess of heroes carried out a plan that was, frankly, insane. Athena tricked Hera into nursing the baby Heracles, and her milk gave him supernatural strength unbound, even beyond many of the gods themselves.
So strong that he hurt her and caused her to spray milk all over the place like a boob sprinkler, which in turn created the galaxy. Yep. That's why we call it the Milky Way. Oh god, I'm never eating one of those candy bars again.
With his godlike power, Heracles became a fierce warrior trained by the finest instructors in all of Greece. Unfortunately, he wasn't without problems. While he was a natural at boxing, wrestling, fencing, and so much more, he struggled in the arts.
He even had a fit and accidentally killed his music teacher.
Little did Heracles know,
it
was a sign of the tragedy to come. Many years later, as his name began to be synonymous with the term hero, he murdered his wife, Princess Megara, and their sons.
Yeah, Hera had magically driven him into a kill frenzy rage.
That
didn't excuse it for Herc. His guilt was there.
Desperate to atone, he sought guidance from the Oracle
the 12
of Delphi
labors
and learned his path to redemption. He would submit himself to King Eurystheus and perform for him 10 grueling labors.
The guy
Ben, I thought it was 12.
But Herc did what he had to, and through his struggles built a killer arsenal.
For his first labor, he was tasked with slaying a lion whose hide could not be pierced by any blade.
So Herc just beat the lion to death with his bare hands and took the pelt as armor for himself.
He defeated a flock of metal, man-eating birds with cortalas so loud no living thing could bear the noise. He battled a multi-headed hydra, cauterizing its necks after each decapitation so the heads would not grow back.
A lot of sliced off heads.
Get up on the hydra's back!
Extra blood is extra poisonous. Even gods fear it. So Herc dipped his arrows in the stuff for later use, like when he used them to take out centaurs, titans, and even the sun.
Sort of. The details of the Smith differ, but in some versions, Heracles was so fed up with the desert heat, he fired an arrow at the sun, the physical embodiment of the god Helios.
I guess that's cool off. Take that, global warming!
To reach the sun, his arrow would have to
fly here we go.
times faster than light. The maximum draw weight of a typical recurve bow is about 40 pounds, shooting an arrow 300 feet per second. Shooting one faster than light would require strength incomprehensible to mortals such as us.
Anyway, Herc completed his labors, but the king was a sore loser and axed 2 of them for cheating. because Herc was a lot more clever than he expected.
Heracles received 2 more
Of course.
tasks.
Oh, there we go. There's 12.
Golden apples of Hesperides, which ironically originally belonged to Hera. As part of his plan, Heracles would temporarily take on the role of the Titan Atlas as bearer of the heavens.
That sounds exhausting.
More than you think, dummy. While modern art often portrays Atlas carrying a globe, the Greeks perceived his burden as a celestial sphere. This would mean Heracles
the whole
bore the weight of
universe.
not just the Earth, but the whole universe.
Like, I'm holding up this entire show.
The common theme was that the universe was endless. Even chaos, the primordial origin of everything, was boundless. Meaning, Heracles held up the weight of conceptual infinity.
Luckily, Herc's got one hell of a drive to persevere and to make amends. Like when he met King Admetus,
Sparta
he got to party it up and was too drunk to realize the king was in a really bad state.
Defeated
because his
Ares, the
wife
god
had
of
just
war.
died.
Reminds me of someone.
Can't imagine who. Well, Herc felt bad, so he decided to make it up to his bro by literally beating up the god of death until he returned Admetus' wife. And
Thanatos.
that's true best friend material. Whiz.
Heracles frequently surprised others with his wit, particularly with finding solutions hidden in plain sight. For example, when he wrestled Antaeus, a giant who was invincible so long as his feet were on the ground, Heracles simply picked him up and strangled him in the air.
Even giants and the god of death couldn't end his story. Instead, he was tricked into putting on a shirt covered in that Hydra blood, and it totally screwed him up. What a BS way to go.
Yet also a testament to how a contest of power could not defeat him. Racked with unbearable pain and burning at a pyre, Heracles called to the deities who had watched his story unfold. And so, as his mortal form returned to ash, Heracles ascended to Mount Olympus,
where he was welcomed as the god of strength. Even Hera lightened up.
His life may have been one of
once
and struggle, but on that day, all the world was left in awe of the legend of Heracles.
Or Hercules. Okay.
There once was a mighty monkey warrior, born of a mystic stone from the energy of the sun and moon. Upon birth, he graciously bowed to cardinal directions and
shot lasers from his eyes.
Because of course.
This one's a doozy.
This monkey soon befriended a band of other primates.
The handsome monkey king.
Narcissistically named himself their handsome monkey king.
Japanese name is Son Goku. Yep. Son Goku is the Japanese translation of the Chinese word for Sun Wukong.
The king was fierce and brave, yet he feared death. So he ventured to new lands in search of immortality.
Turns out he'd find a lot of it.
Training under the Taoist master Puti, he earned his first method of immortality and a new name. He would be the Monkey Awakened to the Void, spoken as Sun
Wukong.
He also learned a bunch of magic. He can ride clouds, make thousands of clones, heal from
he can make clones out of his hair,
and transform into basically anything. A bird, some vapor, a pitchfork, even an incredible fighting temple.
With his famous cloud somersault, he could traverse the world at incredibly high speed. At first, a single somersault could carry him 108,000 li, li being a traditional Chinese unit equal to about 500 meters, making one somersault move 54,000 kilometers per second. Fast enough to circle the entire Earth in one leap.
And he'd only get faster from there. Monkey would do whatever it took to prove he was the best of the best.
When fighting the mighty deity Prince Nocha, his foe transformed into a more powerful visage with 3 heads and 6 arms.
But Sun was like, hey, I can do that too, and then did just that.
Sun Wukong eventually returned to his simian subjects, and with his newfound power, amassed a veritable army. However, he felt no weapon in their arsenal suited him.
So he barged into the Dragon King's palace and demanded he hand over a weapon worthy of a king who could match the power of heaven. Yeah, Sun was pretty full of himself, but he wound up taking a pillar originally designed to measure the depths of the ocean.
What seemed like a worthless rod to the Dragon King was actually the perfect weapon for Wukong, weighing nearly 8 tons.
Ryu Jingu Bang.
Bang can change size at his whim. It can shrink to the size of a needle or grow long enough to pierce the heavens.
The same heavens that got pretty mad with Sun after he crossed his name out of the ledger of
17,000 pounds, but
be
no problem for Herc.
Wait, how does that work?
And even more mad when he demanded to be formally acknowledged as the great sage equal to heaven.
Okay, we've got a headstrong goofball who quickly masters new powers and wants a fancy title. This is just shown in anime.
Now,
basically,
he may have lashed out, but it was because when he requested a place in heaven, heaven, a place he truly believed he deserved, the Jade Emperor's court reduced him to a stable boy.
Beneath all his antics, what Sun wanted most was to prove himself.
Even with all the shenanigans, the Jade Emperor remained cautious and willing to placate Wukong.
By making him the watchdog of the Garden of Immortal Peaches. He totally ate that shit, didn't he, Wiz?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Wukong got hammered, ate most of the peaches, ran around the Jade Palace in a fit, and found 5 gourds of immortality pills, which he promptly swallowed. All of them.
Okay, so that means
All of them?
how many layers of immortality now?
I'd say a few
7?
1,000, if you count each individual peach and pill. When he sobered up, he knew he was in serious trouble. So, naturally, he prepared for war.
Wow, that escalated quickly. What
Damn.
did you do? Kill him? So the Monkey King proved too strong for heaven. He battled all their best fighters and even matched Erlong Shen blow for blow in an epic battle of transformations. He's that guy with the third eye.
And heaven's greatest holy warrior. Yet no matter Erlong's form, Wukong always had a counter. Until Lao Tzu threw in a convenient plot MacGuffin that captured the monkey. But even with Wukong in chains, heaven had a problem.
He just wouldn't die. Lightning, fire, even Lao Tzu's de-immortalizing furnace just made the monkey stronger.
Now, Wukong is not invincible. He has been hurt by the scorpion demoness's poison, which could even harm the Buddha, an awakened divine being liberated from the cycle of life and death entirely. Now tell me, how painful is that?
Pain is all in the mind, and I am absent of mind. Oh God! Oh no, I was wrong. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. Oh God, make it stop! But even after all that,
Success?
Sun had one more challenger to contend with: the Buddha himself.
Buddha approached Wukong with a contest. Leap out of his hand, and he could have the Jade Emperor's throne for himself.
Having no impulse control, the monkey agreed, and in an instant somersaulted to the very edge of heaven.
But he had already lost. Because Buddha achieved nirvana, he transcended the world, literally holding all of existence. So even at the edge of the universe, Wukong technically never left his hand.
For his rebellion, Sun was put in timeout, sealed under a mountain for 500 years.
But even son Wukong would find a chance at redemption. In his case, he was tasked with escorting and protecting a monk, Tansong Zong, or Tripitaka, on a journey to the west.
With
Journey to the
additional
west.
companions Pigsy and Sandy, the trip was a tough one, and Monkey abandoned it more than once. But through it all, he always returned to shine as the group's powerhouse, saving Tripitaka's life many times.
Made a hurricane which
Seriously,
produced
this guy could not stay out of trouble.
I have
It's like
mountains.
Wiz at a blind date.
Wukong has cracked apart mountains, slayed hundreds of monsters, and survived the yellow wind demon storm that could destroy the universe, as in heaven, earth, the 18 layers of hell, and more.
That's cool and all, Wiz.
Well,
but
damn.
Let's answer the real question: can he beat Goku?
Maybe. During his journey, Wukong performed possibly his most legendary feat, holding up Mount Sumeru, which in traditional Mahayana Buddhism is a mountain supporting the infinite cosmic sky.
And Sun just hauled it
So
around.
both
on
have
one
held up the
shoulder.
universe.
Just one, because on his other shoulder was a whole other mountain.
After 14 years of travel, the journey was complete, and Wukong had finally accomplished a truly great deed. For this, he was given his long-awaited place among the heavens.
As the victorious fighting Buddha. Now that's gotta be an anime.
After so much time as a rebel,
Yeah.
an outcast, and a truly unstoppable warrior, Sun Wukong had, at last, found his home.
Wow, that was a lot.
All right, the combatants
I didn't really
are
talk that much because I was trying to absorb everything.
possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Pause. Holy hell, that was a lot. Okay. So, based on what I've seen, both are capable of holding up entire universes, but Sun Wukong just seems like impossible to kill, just from what they've shown us. Unless that Hydra blood is really that potent enough to take down Sun Wukong, but honestly, I don't know. Whereas Herc died just from wearing a coat made of the stuff, or just covered in it. So I feel like Herc would have the advantage in raw strength, but when it comes down to and well, possibly speed, because he did fire an arrow all the way up to the sun. Oh, but But Sun Wukong, he can leap across the earth in a single jump. And I think they said he could leap to the edge of the universe, theoretically? Well, Herc has raw strength for sure. Speed might be slightly even, depending on which interpretation they go with. And when it comes to fighting versatility and just unkillability, I think Sun Wukong has the advantage in there. So, this is tough, but I think I'm actually going to place my vote for Sun Wukong. I really think he's going to end up winning. But if I'm not, then claps for Herc, but let's just get into it. This is going to be interesting to watch. 3, 2, 1, go!
Our tale begins atop a great mountain where the mighty Hercules sought a gift from the gods.
Oh, really?
Oh, there. Huh? I'm in need of that apple. Relinquish it.
Sorry, I'm supposed to find my master some vegetarian food.
You'll find it elsewhere.
But Hercules was not so easily fooled. The Monkey King's strike rang true, but he'd not.
Are they going to have a narrator throughout this whole thing?
God of strength.
And he can create clothes of himself, and he can fly, technically. Like this music!
I am Hercules!
Fourth wall! Oh, he's dodging the arrows! Mate! Oh! Oh, he's working tandem with them.
Die, demon!
Agony! Agony!
Yeah, but he was subjected to something way more painful than that.
The Monkey King fell into a strange forest, in awe at such a wondrous fight. But should he mistake his fear, he might lose his head.
I haven't had such fun since I fought all of heaven. Change! Behold me, the immortal Monkey King!
He's practically unkillable!
Of course.
Bang! Zoom! Watch this!
Oh, multiple heads, the Hydra. Whoa! Don't get it over your head.
Beast, but I've had enough!
In heavens above, the gods witnessed their earthbound selves, and so joined in battle. The god of strength mustered the heart of Olympus, while the great sage harnessed power equal to heaven. Thus, the Monkey King emerged victorious!
Wow, would you look at that? I struck him so hard he was reduced to nothingness.
With a formidable foe slain, stricken against the mountain's breast, so ends our great tale of East and West.
East wins.
Oh,
yeah, man!
Hercules was among the greatest heroes in myth, but the great sage equal to heaven held many more advantages.
You'd think Sun might not measure up to the god of strength, strength, but he
Wait, did he really?
could. Remember, he carried Sumeru on his back, the mountain holding up the infinite celestial sky, like how Hercules held up the infinite celestial spheres.
So they both held infinity.
Heroes of myth, they were on par in that they were both incomprehensibly strong. However, Wukong's healing abilities meant he could bounce back from Hercules' deadliest blows, whereas Hercules did not have a similar option.
But Hercules
Yes!
did have one way of putting the Monkey King down. his arrows dipped in hydra poison.
So the hydra poison could work.
Even the gods of Olympus, similar to the scorpion sting. Whether or not it would be fatal is questionable, but it could have incapacitated Wukong, similar to how it affected Hercules himself.
But that is one very specific win condition, and we're looking at this with every possible option in mind.
With his variety of clones, transformations, and numerous other spells,
He had a
Wukong's arsenal was
much
far more
wider
versatile.
arsenal.
Like, there was nothing stopping him from making thousands of clones of himself and just sitting back while they beat up Herc for him. Unsportsmanlike? Sure. In character? Absolutely.
Totally a
Even
character.
then, those arrows would have to actually strike Wukong, which would be extremely difficult. Yes, in some depictions, Heracles could potentially shoot the son of Helios, his arrows flying 90 times the speed of light. However,
What?
in his contest with the Buddha, Wukong
Yes!
got to the
I
edge of
was
the
right about
universe
that!
in a single second. To do so, he had to be moving over 1.4
Quintillion times the
faster than
speed of
Making
light.
him way faster than
Wow.
Herc could ever hope to be.
Heracles held might of mythic proportions, but barring a lucky shot, Sun Wukong's versatile magic, similar strength, and absolutely absurd speed overcame this foe. Fitting for heaven's equal.
When fighting
Nice.
Wukong, Heracles missed his chance.
The winner
My
is
God.
the Monkey King, Sun
Wukong. Boom, baby, I was right.
Stay tuned to see who comes
I
next.
can't believe I was
Clicking that
right.
join button below to become a death
Oh, that was so
Get exclusive
cool.
badges, emotes, live
I like the
chats,
music
live
too.
streams,
That was
and way
really
more.
good. I gotta recheck the credits, but who's next? Wait, Boba Fett? Boba Fett! Ooh, Boba Fett and the Predator! The greatest bounty hunter in the galaxy versus one ugly mother effer. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Because I think the Predator is actually labeled as a bounty hunter too. But again, I haven't really seen Predator, but I have seen a bit of the Book of Boba Fett. It's so good. But that's gonna be an interesting matchup. But holy crap, I cannot believe I was right on my guesses. Like Sun Wukong being able to leap across the universe and both holding up literally infinity. So, and plus his wider arsenal definitely helped him out. So I'm just really glad that I paid attention enough to make the right guess, because that was a really tough one to decipher initially. But yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch, and I love the music. I gotta get that one whenever I get the chance. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'm really looking forward to the next one. Glad to see Boba Fett back. Hopefully he can actually win this time. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching. If you like it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And please support the official release. I'll link down below, along with my Twitter and Twitch. So, thanks again for watching. I'm the Crocodile King. Have a great one, people.